Okay, so if you guys remember a few weeks back, or maybe a couple months back now, geez, I built a PC. More specifically, it was an RGB PC, a pretty wicked RGB PC at that, the one that you just saw. And today I wanted to play around with the lighting effects because I built it, I put it together, and I was like, okay, build's done, but then I didn't actually install the OS right away. I didn't fiddle with any of the RGB software or play around with some of the cool RGB components that are inside this build. So that's what the focus of today's video is gonna be, is just me going to town on RGB. If you're an RGB fan, welcome. If you're not an RGB fan, this video is your worst nightmare. This video is brought to you by Slick Deals and their free browser extension. Hello, friend. I used to be like you, uneducated and ugly, with a void deep in my soul that could only be filled with one thing: deals. Then I found the Slick Deals browser extension. It changed the way I shop online by showing me all the best deals on my favorite stores so I save the most money possible. All the top offers are upvoted by the Slick Deals community who care about the well-being of your mind, body, and wallet. However, even after surrounding myself with the radiant light of totally awesome deals, I still felt an emptiness inside that called out for more coupons. Fortunately, the browser extension also automatically applies any site-related coupons to your cart at checkout. I may be an enlightened guru with the six-pack of a lowland western gorilla, but you don't have to be one to experience the life-altering joys of the Slick Deals browser extension. Click the link in the description, install it in seconds, and let the deals flow through you. You can also subscribe to Slick Deals on YouTube to grow and nurture the savings within. Go now, and may peace, vitality, and frugality be with you. I also went on Twitter and asked you guys to give me ideas. I wanted RGB theme ideas. I told you guys to get creative, and oh boy, you really did. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go through 6 or 7 themes today. I'm going to personally design each one by hand, and by hand I mean my hands on the keyboard and mouse. We'll do all the work inside of our 3 programs that we're using to control everything inside the PC. That includes the IQ software from Corsair. That's solely in charge of the RAM sticks, the Dominator RGB Pro sticks, Dominator RGB, is it RGB Pro, Pro RGB? Doesn't matter, RAM. And then Aura Sync is controlling the AIO pump, the water block, as well as the RTX 2080 Ti that's in there. By the way, the water block is on top of an a Ryzen 7 5800X, 8-core 16-thread chip. And then of course we've got the Lian Li software here. I don't know if this actually has a name. Is it just called Lian Li RGB software? Who knows? But this is controlling all of the Unifans. We've got 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 Unifans in there, Uni 120s. And aren't they pretty? Aren't they really pretty? The only thing we won't be able to control by software is the streamer cables. The Lian Li streamer cables, that just has an RGB controller on it, so at some point I'll have to get out of my chair for each theme, go behind the computer and configure the lighting to my liking using that controller. So why don't we just dive right in with our first theme. I've already picked them out. I've hand selected them so I don't spend too much time scrolling through a bunch of different responses. But the first one is, and this is a pretty simple one. The first couple are gonna be simpler, and then we're gonna scale up in not just difficulty, but just complicatedness and just randomness. It gets really weird. So the first one is Icy, or Ice theme. I actually got a lot of requests for that one. At first I wasn't gonna do it, and I was like, all right, that's like the 4th request I've seen for that. So we're just gonna do a simple, cool, clean ice theme. And there's a couple different ways we can go with this. I feel like with ice, you can either do white, that's a pretty good go-to, or you could do blue. And then if you go blue, then you've got options, right? What kind of shade of blue do you want? Do you want just a straight blue? Or maybe you make it a little bit teal, you know, turquoise-ish. You know, I typically like to go with the teal route. So why don't we do a teal icy theme? And maybe we can incorporate some white in there too. You know, it doesn't just have to be a single color, right? Let's start with our Unifans, shall we? I'm gonna do, let's see, static. Static's a little boring. Breathing, meh, color cycle, what's runway? I haven't fiddled with this at all. I have no idea what any of these settings do. Okay. So that's kind of fun. Let's see what that looks like if we did. You know what, instead of doing teal and white, because that might look too similar, I'm gonna do teal and blue, which also might look too similar. We'll just see how it goes. Ooh, yeah, look at that, kind of icy. I'm not sure how vibrant the colors appear on camera, but they look really good in person. These Unifans are rushing it when it comes to the RGB game. We also have, all right, so runway's cool. I don't know if that's the one though. Runway sync, staggered? Staggered, what does staggered do? Oh, I see. Kind of just hops around. It's kind of boring. I don't like that one. Mixing. Mixing sounds fun. What are we mixing here? Ah, interesting. All right, so it's kind of hard to see because here I'll do one red and one blue. so you guys can have a really good idea of how the effect works. It's much more visible than yellow and white. So yeah, it kind of looks like they cross into each other. They mix into each other. Ah, Leon Lee, thinking outside the box there. Very, very clever. All right, so why don't we try this with our theme, which again is gonna be teal and blue. Let's try slowing the speed down, because when I think of ice, I don't think about going fast. I think about like slow incremental movement, like an icicle forming or something. You don't really go fast when you're on ice, unless you're ice skating or in an ice luge. Okay, there's probably a number of applications where you go fast on ice, but I want to go slow. We're going slow, all right? I like the creepy, I like the creeping effect, not the creepy effect. How it's just kind of creeping there, very subtle, slow and calculated, just like ice somehow. That I'm gonna justify that in my head. All right, so let's do that. Let's stick with that. I'm gonna apply all. I'm at 50% brightness just for the camera. If it gets any brighter than that, or I could do 75 and it looks fine there. Any brighter than that, then you really start to lose some of the color because it gets washed out and stuff. But all right, I think Leon Lee fans are good. I like that mixing effect pretty much. And we're gonna start off, or we're gonna move on to our RAM, which I don't think we need any of these color wave options because that's just gonna be unicorn vomit to hell. Alternating, what does that effect look like? Oh, that's kind of cool. So if we did teal there and blue there. Ooh, yeah, I like it. Now let's slow it down. But if it looks too choppy, then it might not look good. Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. I like it. We can do visor. What's visor again? I always forget the name of these things, these effects. Okay, that's a bit too seizure-y, I think. I liked rain better. I'm gonna go with rain, actually. All right. Let's do that. Speed, slow, direction down. You definitely want to go down with this, I think. Just looks like it's, you know, like icicles are falling. Well, icicles don't really fall, unless they do. They could break and then fall. But what am I trying to say? It looks frosty. It looks frickin' frosty AF, okay? Frosty is frick, so that looks pretty good. We can move on to CPU cooler and the GPU, which are both synced right now. Strobing effect is probably gonna be way too, yeah, that's too like what are we bumping EDM right now? Too crazy. Static is too boring. Color cycle, no, you can't configure that. Rainbow, they don't let you customize it. They only have a bunch of preset options for what gradients you can use, and there's no blue and teal icy version. There's this one, which is kind of close, but too green. Too green! The hell is Starry Night? Oh wow, that's freaking fast. Slower. Oh, this one might work. Hold on. Teal and blue. Ah, yeah. I kind of dig it. So this one's not going to be very, you know, obviously this theme is not all over the place like some of the other ones will be, because it's, you know, it's an ice theme. It's just supposed to be cool, calm, collected, and super sexy. All right, the last thing I need to do is the Leon Lee cable. So let me go ahead and get back here. Hi, other camera. The controller's back here. Ooh, and then we can change colors, right? Yes, no. I want teal on this one. Oh yeah. And then you can speed it up probably, like, oh snap, that looks pretty badass. I think I'm locking that in. Locking it in, boys! And there is our icy theme. Yeah, that looks good. I would be super stoked to have that as my computer. Wait, it is my computer. I'm stoked. Okay, moving on. What's our next theme? The next suggestion is, before that, this video is brought to you by cdkeyoffers.com, a cool website I found for all of your game keys and software key needs. You can find keys for really cheap and they're reliable. And I just so happen to really need a Windows 10 Pro key for a system that I just built. Let me punch in my payment information really quick. Buy now. All right, here's my key. And the system's already activated, but we can just change the product key to the one we just bought. And if all goes smoothly, activate. It works, yay. So super legit. Go ahead and follow the link in the description below, guys, and be sure to use the code BW20 for 20% off any of the keys or orders that you make at cdkeyoffers.com. The next suggestion is sunset orange and purple. So sunset with orange and purple. Okay, that kind of makes me think of like the Outrun aesthetic. I guess we're doing an Outrun theme. Let's do it. So let's start with our Leon Lee fans again. So let's see, what do we got here? I didn't even check out these ones. What is Meteor Sync? Kind of boring. Kind of boring. Firework? Let's see what firework it looks like in these two colors, yellow and purple. Okay. That could be sort of a fun outrun design. I think that could work. Firework, stack. Stack. Stack is boring. Okay, note to self. Stack multicolor. Note to self, stack multicolor is boring. Neon. Ooh, let's just do everything neon and then it's done. No, not quite. Although it looks pretty cool at some points. Not all of these colors are part of the traditional outrun aesthetic. We're kind of looking for more of like obviously the orange and purple, or maybe an orange and magenta type color. But then we also kind of want blue, I think. I think blue is a pretty big one. So why don't we start with, let's do orange. Is that orange? That kind of looks like orange. And then the second one, actually this color looks perfect for the second one. And the third one, this also looks pretty good. Let's just see what this looks like. And I'm gonna do 50% speed, 75% brightness, and boom. All right, there, we're getting a little outrunny now. Is that a good blue? Maybe the blue should be a little darker. Maybe it's just like a classic blue. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the move right there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's see, what happens if we change directions? Does that look any better? Oh, kind of like that. Kind of like that. It looks like it's going, doesn't look like they're all in sync going the same direction if we were to, go clockwise or counterclockwise, but that's okay. This looks pretty cool like that. So I'm gonna leave it as is, and then we're gonna move on to memory, which we should do, let's see what alternating looks like again, but with blue and orange. That's more of a yellow, so how about like that? Oh yeah, that looks like it matches very nicely with the Unifans. Last but not least, we need something for our CPU cooler and GPU, mostly the CPU cooler, because the GPU doesn't really have all that much RGB lighting that's visible from this side of the case, other than that small strip of branding that says Republic of Gamers there, but it's still important, still there. So why don't we try strobing this time? Strobing with teal. Again, too oomph. Too many wubs in that. Let's do a different effect. How about breathing? And we'll breathe blue. Okay, all right. I think outrun is usually a little faster. Just like when I think about outrun as a theme, I see things bouncing around a bit more. Very groovy, very bouncy. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. This looks like the intro to Far Cry Dragonblood. I think we're on the right track. Lee, streamer fans, or cables. I definitely want to go like purpley fuchsia here if possible, so. Oh yeah, just like that. This one should go a little faster, I think, don't you? Boom. Kind of like that. Could be a little fuller though. Yeah, something like that looks good. I kind of like that. Ooh. Oh boy, this is just static. Let's get out of static land. Oh, yep, that's the one. That's the one. Winner, chicken dinner. I love it. Do I love it? I love it. Outrun theme complete. We're blazing through these. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at clicking, and I'm so good at knowing what colors are. Okay, so let's move on. What's next? Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Valentine's Day theme. Oh, sweet, because Valentine's Day is coming up. All right, sure, I'll entertain you sappy suckers with a little V-Day treatment. All right, okay, so Valentine's Day colors are red, pink, and white. I think 3 colors is good, and that seems to make sense for good old V-Day. So let's start with breathing. You can only do 1 color with breathing. That might be too much red. I mean, it looks good, but it's too red. Let's do something else. Let's go back to that firework setting, which I thought was pretty cool. If we do red here and then white, what does that look like? Oh, interesting. So when they clash into each other, it turns pink. That's kind of cool. Yeah. What happens if you do red and pink? Boom. Oh, brightness needs to turn down. Sorry, I'm blinding you guys probably. Boom. Okay, just more pink. But that looks pretty nice. We're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna do, I'm doing rain this time, or keeping rain, but we're gonna do red and white for this. And that looks pretty good too. Excellent. So for our memory, I'm gonna try visor this time. We'll do red and, why don't we switch it up? We'll do red and white. Do, 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 do. Slow down. Don't give us a seizure. Oh, cool, yeah, red and white. So with red and white just bouncing back and forth so quickly together, it kind of has the same effect as the Unifans, where you get a lot of pink in there as well. So that's nice. It's a way to sort of get 3 colors out of 2, since you're only allowed to pick 2 of them here in IQ. I kind of like that. So we're gonna stick with that. Even the slow version, even going slow is so fast. Why so fast, Corsair? What does vertical look like? Vertical, ooh, hey, I kinda like that. I kinda like that. All right, let's do that. We'll do vertical then. And then for aura sync, breathing. So I knew for sure when I saw Valentine's Day that I wanted the water block to be breathing in red because it's kind of like a heartbeat. So yeah, is that good? This is like the heart's beating kind of fast. It's like, well, what are they doing on that Valentine's Day to get their heart racing so quickly? I don't want to know. All right, that looks a bit more appropriate. Sure. And then, wow, those Leonly streamer cables are almost good to go as is, but I kind of want to switch it up. So let's see, I need something that's more, not so rapid, a bit more graceful. Yeah, that's a good speed. And then why don't we should definitely do red here. Yeah, baby. Okay, that one's a little boring. That one's kind of fun. Ew, I like that one too. Yep, that's a classic. I don't know why this one annoys me. I know that there's gonna be a theme where this works perfectly, but I don't like it for this one. That's kind of nice. Ew. Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it. Why don't we do this one? We'll do that one. Valentine's Day theme complete. Complete. Sorry, neighbors. All right, let's move on to, what are we gonna do next? All right, this person said, go for a Gundam theme. Red, blue, yellow, and white. Okay. All right, now when I think about a Gundam theme, I kind of think of like a static RGB effects for some reason. I think it's because when I look at a Gundam, when I see a Gundam, it's usually like a figurine or a model, as opposed to the actual show. I haven't seen the show in years. So maybe that's why I'm thinking like, we'll do a static theme for this one, where every component will be a different color that belongs to that theme. So let's start with Unifans as always. Going static here. Static, white might be a good kind of canvas. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm digging that, All right, so then aura, we'll do static blue. No, yellow. Let's do yellow. Let's try yellow. Ooh, the yellow on this hardware kind of looks greenish. You probably can't tell from the camera, but that is not a very accurate yellow. I think it's just it's either the software or the LEDs. That's a bit more yellowish, but I definitely like the blue better. I think it just does better with that hardware. We'll make the RAM red and the cables will be yellow. So static color red. Oh yeah. And then yellow cables. Hey, oh, how's that look? That actually looks pretty sweet. Like if you had some Gundam models inside the system or around the PC, it could really drive the theme home. I think it looks pretty good. Although on the camera, it really doesn't do it justice. I mean, those streamer cables look practically white, at least from the LCD I'm looking at right here. And the blue's not really popping. It's much more saturated in person. It looks good here, but probably not as good for you guys. That's okay. I'm just supposed to make themes based on your requests, not ones that look good on camera. I like this one. Do a cyberpunk theme and make it glitchy to fit the atmosphere of the actual game. Lovely. I love it. All right, so let's see what we got here. We can start off with yellow. It's got to be crazy yellow. Maybe it's a good time to do mixing again. I do like the mixing one. Let's just do double yellow. Double down on the yellow, boys. Apply. Oh, if we do if we do the same color, then there's no effect, obviously. Okay, maybe not mixing, because I think I just want to do full-blown neon yellow, this whole thing. How about, let's go back to firework. Firework, I think with double yellow should work a little better here. Boom, okay, speed's at 100%. I wish we could go faster on that, but this kind of has like a, I don't know, sort of a cyberpunk vibe to it for some reason. Maybe just how like electricity is flowing. It looks like it's flowing through the fan somehow. Looks kind of cool. We'll go with that for now. And then for memory, why don't we do, let's switch it up here. What does sequential look like? Yellow. We gotta go fast. We gotta go fast as we can on this to make it look as glitchy as possible. And that's pretty good, not too bad. Let's see what down looks like. Down might look better. Down looks pretty good. Okay, this effect is a contender for sure. Marquee? Oh, this one actually, you know what? If we do yellow, of course, but then we speed it up, does it look glitchy AF? That kind of looks glitchy. I think that looks glitchier than sequential that we had. Oh, what was the other one that was pretty wild all over the place? I think that was Visor. Visor. Yellow, double yellow. Doubling down. Oh, dude, that's it. That's the, and then that's not even the fastest one. Done. Done. At least with memory. And then we'll do strobing, obviously, for Aura Sync. We're gonna click that. It's still a little on the greenish side. I can fix that slightly if we go up here. Yellow. And then, okay, and then that speed's already maxed out as well. We already got the yellow cables, but they're not glitching, so let's glitch them. Probably turn the brightness down too. All right, how about, what's a good glitchy looking thing? I think it's in the fastest speed, which is exactly what we want. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks pretty cool. It looks like, again, it sort of ties in with the electricity, looking like it's flowing into the components or through the components. I think that's it. Say no more. I'm not gonna mess with it any more than that. I don't have to cycle back to it when I decide that it is in fact the best looking effect for this theme. And there you go. Our glitchy cyberpunk theme is complete. And I actually really like this one. I think this would look really cool if I had actually modded the case in some way to be cyberpunkish. I think these RGB effects would do it justice. Do the emergency flashing lights in a biohazard movie. Fits the pandemic going on around us. How cheery. What a cheery, positive, uplifting theme you have there. All right, fine. So it's not gonna be like red and blue siren, because that would be like a cop car or maybe an ambulance. A biohazard kind of, you know, danger siren is more like orange and red and yellow. Oh God, we're basically gonna make a ketchup and mustard theme that causes seizures. Kind of like our cyberpunk theme here, but with slightly different colors involved. All right, I'm up for it. Okay, what do we got here? Let's do color cycle. Should we do color cycle? If we did color cycle, we could do yellow, red, and orangey. And then we'll bump up the speed there. This has got to go all out. This is gonna be the most nuts theme out of the ones we're doing today. So that's pretty good. Pretty good, you know? I'm trying to think if like, you should be able to see this from a plane in the sky. You know, if it's like, if you were on an island and you had one chance to get an airplane's attention by the RGB theme of the PC you had, that's what we're making right now. So it's gotta be as attention grabbing and alarming as possible. That looks pretty good, but I think we could do one better with a runway. Let me just see what the effect looks like again. Oh, okay. Okay. So hold on. If we did yellow as a base and then red on top, ketchup and mustard. Oh, okay. I wish we could go faster with it, but I think that's as frantic as we can get. Yeah, meteor sync, those are all kind of boring. Okay, we're gonna stick with runway here. And then for this, obviously we need to do strobing again. So I'm gonna do strobing in orange this time. That actually looks pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. And then we have our memory, let's see, visor. Why don't we just stick with visor? Because this is already pretty blinding and begs for your attention. So red, the most insane ketchup and mustard theme ever. And honestly, I think those cables are looking pretty good as well. Maybe there's something even more eye-grabbing that we could use. That one's not bad. I kind of like that. Oh no, there it is. That's flashy AF. That is super flashy. Do we like yellow? Do we not like yellow? Is there an orange? Oh, that's RGB. So there's red. There's red. Red looks good, right? It looks dangerous, as always. Yellow looks pretty good too, though. I think I like the yellow. Hello, yellow. Wait, let me just try a couple other ones. All right, so this is the one. Remember I said this was gonna work with one theme perfectly? This is the one we want. I like it, I dig it. Oh yeah, that's the one. This is I think the most annoying one, which is exactly what we want. You know, it's like you don't want to look at it, but you can't help but look at it. You know, it's like a car crash. Perfect. Perfect. Our radioactive biohazard siren theme is complete. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. If I had an RGB strip in there, I could even have some more fun. If I had like a hue 2 or something in there from NZXT. Anyway, I think we have 1 or 2 more left. Let's see. Nope, this is the last theme, and I saved the best for last. I thought this one was pretty fun and pretty clever. The printer ran out of ink again theme. So we're gonna be using teal, yellow, magenta, and black, which are all the colors that a standard printer uses to create any number of other colors. I thought this was fun. So black, how are we gonna do black though? You can't do black. Oh, I got it. We'll just turn the AIO off. We're gonna turn the AIO and the GPU completely off, and that'll be our black. Does that work? Does that work for everyone? Is everyone happy with that? You cool with that? I think because the AIO is gonna show the most blackness, that water block is gonna show the most amount of black when the lights are off compared to any of the other components in here. Because it is actually, I mean, it's kind of like mirrored and stuff, but it's still really dark compared to everything else. So I'm gonna stick with that. I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I don't care. And then we're also gonna do, let's see. I think we should do another color cycle. Color cycle, because that gives us 3 options, right? So we already got yellow. We want teal somewhere here, or magenta. We'll do magenta first, which is kind of like right there, there. Oh, shut up phone. Right there, I'm gonna say right there. And then teal, which is gonna be something like that. Right here, apply to all. All right, printer vibes going strong. I think that's pretty good. And do we want to do really slow? What happens if we go with the slowest? Kind of looks like, I don't know, like printers are pretty slow most of the time. I'm just thinking like, is that a typewriter? That's whatever, it's kind of both. We had some pretty frantic themes already, so I'm gonna make this one a slower one. And I changed my mind about the water block. I think I'm gonna try something else, just to switch it up, you know, because I want to take advantage of the LEDs there. Let's do this teal. Is this the teal that's maybe a bit more aqua almost? Like that, just barely. Okay, and then this can be yellow, not greenish yellow, but yellow. Okay, it's kind of like flickering between the two. What happens if we speed it up slightly? All right, that's definitely a lot faster. I'm gonna go somewhere in between there. And there's kind of our yellow and teal bouncing back and forth on the AIO and GPU. And then for memory, why don't we do, let's see, what's rain look like alternating between teal and yellow? Go. No, you know what? At this point, I think I need some magenta in there because I neglected it in Aura, so I need to have it represented elsewhere. So let's do magenta and blue. Oh, no. Okay, because I definitely want to change the cables. Like the cables have been yellow for the last 2 themes, so I don't want them yellow again, which means I'll make those magenta, and this will be, I'll do yellow after all here. I keep going back and forth, sorry. And then we'll slow that down. Slow. Tick, 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 tick. It's printing. That's the sound a printer makes in my head. You know, I'm gonna try one more thing. Let's try an effect up here that we haven't used yet, just for shites and gigs. All right, we're gonna do color shift between the same 2 colors that we just used, which are yellow and teal. Teal can be about like right there. And, ooh, that's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. All right, we'll leave it at that. And then I'm gonna change the streamers one final time. Like I said, I'm gonna do magenta here. Magenta. Let's change that up. Yeah, buddy. All right, speed it up. no, I think that's a good speed. Again, don't want it to go too crazy. We could even maybe slow it down slightly. Oh, that's very slow. It looks like it's broken. All right, which of these effects represents a printer? Never thought I'd be asking this question, but here we are. Maybe I'll speed it up just slightly so it doesn't look so choppy. I do like that one. That one do be cute though. I like this one too. I like how they're sort of alternating and going in between each other. Yeah, let's do that one. I like it. Locking it in. Ow, just hit my head on the bar. Everything's fine. Whew, there it is. There's our print job. So there it is, our 7 themes. Which one did you like the best? Icy, Outrun, Valentine's Day, Gundam, Glitchy Cyberpunk, Emergency Flashing Lights in the Biohazard movie, or the printer ran out of ink again? Let me know what your favorite one was down in the comments. Which one did you like the best? Let me know down in the comments. Toss a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Was this a fun video? A dumb video? I don't know. Let me know that too. Thanks for watching though, guys. Have a good one. I will see y'all in the next video.